In today's video, I am doing some jeans bags. So I figured, why not come on live and just so you guys can see what I am up to. I haven't done a video in quite a while. But this is what I'm working on at the moment. So this was like a pan I took off one of the pockets. And let me just open this a little bit. That's my daughter, guys. She's home for the summer, as you guys know. So there's a zip in the back. And I'm using the yard zipper, so yeah. And on the inside of the bag, I put a zip inside as well. Just great. It's a nice little jeans bag. I'm trying to make sure that you guys can see properly. I'm actually going to finish this. I'm using these, the hooks that I want. I don't have, so I just use these. And I use 2 of them. This material, the jeans, is so cute. This lady eating. What happened? Hey, you know, they look at me and cry simply because I tell her, say, no nice. Guys, what did I just do? Why this thing fuckering? Oh, I didn't close down the thing, and I still did it like that. Alright, this material is so thick. The jeans is so thick. I can't afford for it to break my needle. Let me just use my hands to go back and forth, because if I ever allow this thing, there's so many layers. It's so thick. So thick, guys. This thing won't break my needle. Stitch a couple of times. Yeah, that looks more like it. This is what it looks like. On this end, I'm going to put on one of this. So I'm just looping it through like that. This thing I had to join the material to get the line of strap. I actually cut a couple of jeans pants. So I went to Farmers Market and I bought some jeans pants. And that's what I'm using to cut up. I cut them up and I turn them into jeans bags. So everything is like denim. So I have the blue jeans that I'm mixing with this color, this one. Let me turn this a little bit. You guys can see that. So I'm just fusing a few different color jeans together to make the jeans. I don't know why this the jeans usually I try to use the thinner materials for the straps, but I only had thick jeans. Like all of these jeans are so thick, and so it's creating quite a bit of issue with the straps, because now it's like so many layers for the needle to go through. Right. Okay. So this is what this one looks like. So this one is finished. I did another one since morning, but Lord, normally one bag take me like half an hour. These jeans bags, usually they take like an hour, the jeans bags, because I'm always joining and fusing to create the style that I want. But of late, oh my gosh, my daughter is home for the summer, so I have to get up. Oh my gosh, I'm getting up so much to attend to her. And let me tell you, people, I'm getting up like way too often, man. I can't do nothing. So these I already had like taken them out, so I'll have them laid out. But I need some pieces to join. So I'm literally like sieving through the pieces. This is why it's taking me so long. Normally I like organize everything before. So these are like the straps, and you guys can see like this is like the length of the jeans, and then I had to get another piece to go with it, just so I can make. So these are like 2.5 inches wide and then 60 inches long. So I have to join because the jeans pants wasn't 60 inches long. Alright, so I'm gonna try and get one that doesn't require me to do so much so much joining for you guys, so you guys can see me doing this. I cut last night, so I cut all the pieces. So this is like, you guys can see the front of this one. So this is literally like a back pocket of one of the jeans, and this makes the front of the bag. So it's literally like taking the back pocket and using them for the front of the bag, which is quite good actually. Quite good actually. Alright, so this is another one, and doing the same thing, joining. Alright, so this one would be perfect. So here I would have had one part from one of the denim jeans, and you can see the color from this one and the color from this one, two totally different color jeans. I fuse them together. So this is going to be for the front of the bag, and then this one I'm going to be using for the back of the bag. So for the front, because it already has two pockets, so there's a pocket here and then there's a smaller one on top. This is perfect, really nice design for the front of the bag. I don't have to do any extra. But as of for the back, and by the way, these are 12 by 12, so 12 inches wide, 12 inches in length. So I'm just going to cut at the top 3 inches. So I'm separating by 3 inches. So I'm just going to take my tape measure pencil, and I'm just going to measure off 3 inches. This looks like it quite easy. Let me straighten this a little bit. So I'm just going to measure off and take off 3 inches. Now the 3 inches is where I'm going to be inserting a zipper, so that I have a zip for the back. I like having a zipper on the outside sections. Here you have the two nice pockets on the front, but you know, everybody like when they have a little extra zipper compartment at the back of the bag. So usually I put one in, and I'm using this material for the lining. So what I'm gonna do is, usually I just take it. These material, they do the work. You just tear them. You don't have to like be cutting. So I just take it and measure the 12. So I go like 12 and quarter. I don't use the exact then 12 inches. I'm gonna just tear it. And one of that should do one. You should do one. And if you leave over, so I have like these that were left over from the ones that I did before. And if I like these now, we can cut it in two like this, right? And I use these for the inside pockets. So this can do for like 2 bags. So we can get inside pockets. Alright, so like how this is the front of the bag, what I'm gonna do for the front of the bag is literally just apply. To get my yard zipper. Here's the end of the yard zipper. So this is the yard zipper that I'm using. And I use these lines. I have two types. So I have these and these. This one's silver. And then I have the round top ones. I love these more. They don't itch and they're just way better quality. So I use these at the top and then I use like these at the back and for the inside zipper as well. So I'm just gonna go 1/2 inch away from here and place it right side spacing together and give it a stitch going down. And I need to insert and zip here with the lining fabric, and then I can just move on to the back section, because I do need to insert a zipper. You okay alone? Children are home for the summer, you know, people. Alright. So I'm just going to be placing the lining fabric onto that. And we're sewing here on the right side. So you can see the stitches done on the right. So when it flips up, everything goes over on the inside. So it will be like the inside of the bag, outside of the bag. I'm just gonna give it a flat stitch on the top. You can lay it on flat on there. It's not this what to my life. Why is this buffering off? This is buffering off and I can't leave it like this. So let me get down with a stitch going there. And then pick out the top, the first one and the second one. That's way better. I'm going to pick out the first one because the first one was green. It's a bit tricky with this one because this part is so close to here. So it's literally buffering off the pressing foot. But I got it way better the second time around. The top stitch here is just to let it lay flat to keep the lining. So like when you open your bag, it keeps the lining in control, not the control, you know. The lining isn't like puckering up and messing with the zipper. That's great. Alright, so that's the top stitch for the front. I'm just gonna go on ahead and cut off the lining here. I can just steer it right across. Right. So that would be this part. I'm just gonna set it aside and deal with the back section. So these would be the two pieces for the back. Remember, I'm cutting off 3 inches by 12 inches. So this one now goes all the way from one end. So you place it right at the edge and give it a 1/4 inch stitch. So I'm just stitching in the zip, and again you're stitching on the right side. Right side facing together, so the wrong side of the zipper is faced upwards, which is doing the stitching on. I'm gonna cut off that. This is what it looks like. Then I'm just gonna place down the lining fabric. Give it a flat stitch. So after I flip it, give it a flat stitch to keep the lining fabric under control. This part here is so thick, you know. You just need to get over this. These materials are so thick. The jeans are very thick jeans. So let me show you guys. See this part? I have to go over it slowly, you know. So at this point in time, you have it like this. Just hold your hand down. Set it like that. Then you can always go back up, because you're doubling these. But because I'm going to be doing a little edge, I go up an inch with this part. I go up an inch. So it's like an inch. I'm going to be making like a 1-inch fold in the corners of the bag when I'm finished. I'm joining the sides to the front and the back. So I just go up an inch with it. This is what it looks like, and then I'm just gonna go down the sides as well. So it's stitched down. This is just to keep this under control. It's way better when you're sewing as well. Remember, this is the back pocket for the bag. Now I'm just trimming it. It makes it So much easier and better when you are knee stitching. As you go along, you just trim up. So much easier to control when you're sewing, you know. Alright, so this is what it looks like. So now I'm just gonna go on, place right sides together. Put the little piece right side together. I'm joining these back together now. So you have a nice little zipper compartment placed right in the middle. And I did this upside down, you know. Sorry guys. This is upside down and I don't want it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See how this one is on this side? This one is on this side. I need to reverse it. So both will be on the same side. Lon, you okay? You okay, Lon? Asking my daughter if she's okay. I'm gonna pick an answer. She's so immersed in her tablet. Alright, so let's go on here and stitch that back on. So I'm going to do the flat stitch. I'm just going to do the first stitch. I'm going to do a flat stitch now. Right, so this part, let me use my hand because it's up here. It is so thick. Not perfect, not a perfect seam, but it's okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna straighten up, trim up. So I'm gonna have that. That's the pattern. Alright, I had already put in the zipper for the front. So I'm just gonna place it down on this. Half inch on each edge. Alright, and then I'm gonna get my lining fabric in, place it down and stitch it as well. My bobbin thread is finished. Changing the bobbin thread. This is what it looks like. So like everything else that I've done so far, I like to do the flat stitches. I am gonna do a flat stitch as well. Why is so much I demand to something here come from now? All this little thread, loose thread. Alright, so I'm gonna give it a flat stitch. I'm challenging myself, you know, to see how quick it's going to take me to finish. one of these ones that I don't have to be joining the front sections, because all of the two that I've done since morning have been joining the front sections, right? Joining the pieces for the front section. And man, it takes so much time. Wow, it takes time, you see. So I was like, you know what? Let me challenge myself. Oh. And then for every single one of those two bags that I was doing, like every minute my daughter let me get up for like half an hour at a time, right? She wants stuff done. Alright, so this part is flat stitch. This is what it looks like. So front. Alright, so now you have these two little areas. I'm gonna take the scissors and just cut these areas so that they can separate the pieces. Yes, ma'am? What happened? She called me, you know, but she me tell her I said no talking. She said, Mommy, Mommy. So I said, what happened? She said, never mind. Just doing the same thing for the next. So the whole point of opening it is when you're sewing, you need it to be open. It allows for the stitch to lay on so much better. The folds are done so much better. You separate the pieces, you're able to get the sections folded together. So when you're doing it, because now that it's open like this, you're able to put these two pieces together, and you're stitching. You don't have to be fighting right here, you know. So that's the whole point. So this is what it looks like at this point in time. What I'm gonna do is the little piece that I had cut earlier, I said I wanted to use to do my inside zipper, so I'm gonna do a zipper for the inside of it, because with all of my bags that I do, normally try to put, even if it's a small pocket, this pocket is a bit small, normally I do them a little bigger, but it's based on the pieces that I have. I just want to utilize it. Don't like wasting nothing, you know. So we are putting in a little zipper. I am going to be flipping this and flat stitching it as well. No, I am using the yard zipper. I could, you know, missing the bag. Oh, I see it over there. So I have another bag with the regular little zips. Can use that as well. But yeah, I'm gonna use some. I'm gonna utilize some, you know. All one I'm gonna utilize. I have a whole bunch load of them, so I'm gonna utilize what I can utilize. But I can't get up now. You know, somebody could have made for 100 for me. Anyways, I slide on the zip, the slide. Make sure this. I don't want this to be loose. Alright, so I'm just going to go and insert this. Alright, so generally I do put it on the back section. So you know you have your front and you have your back. So this would have been the general front and this would have been the back. So the back piece here, so this would have been the front part here. Right? So the back piece here, this is where I put it on. So on the inside, I will just go and put it. Generally I like to put it on the back section because, you know, it is better to me. You know, when you're looking at your bag and you see one pocket sections, or it's like on the back section, unless you have like two, you know. So, inserting this zipper. I'm just gonna go on ahead and stitch, you know, just doing back stitch. So you kind of want to catch it straight. I can't go down to the extreme bottom to stitch it in, because like I said, I am putting it in a little 1 inch top to make the bag a little bit, the base of the bag, the bottom of the bag a little bit wide, just to create that nice little 1 inch fold. So you don't want this too far down. at least an inch away. I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna show you guys. You know, me find myself may I hurry with the 1 year. May I go on good one time, you know, because it's like I don't want the video to be too long. But with both bags that I did before, it took me almost 2 hours to complete them. Because I'm joining up the front section. As I'm joining the front section, it's like crazy. Then I had to be sitting through a whole entire bag I have at my feet with pure jeans. I just wanted to utilize them because they're supposed to be thrown away, but you know what, we're sitting here. So sitting through the pieces to see what I can use. So this is your zip and you can see your slide. So yeah, so this is what it would look like. And your slide now can go to the end and you have it like that, and then you have your pocket. So you see that? You have your pocket. Yay! This is on the inside of the bag. And like I said again, it's at the back part. Yes, ma'am? Yeah. I will go and do it later when time is done. Yeah.
Okay, tomorrow.
I'm gonna do it later.
Later, so
Yeah. This will do it, you know. When I finish with this video, I'm gonna do it because
didn't go that
I want to get some shit.
Can you hear you? I said by 4.
You see, you're alright, baby. You see.
Remember?
You see, children.
Remember
Never talk nothing I make them hear, you know. Alright, so these are the two I'm using both. So this one I'm using because I love this one. I couldn't get any more of these. These ones, they don't itch any at all. So I normally try to use them for these ones regardless of whatever. This is like your main zip. But you know you're going at the big part of your bag. Meanwhile, this one is at the back. I can use it. So I'm just putting on the slides from now because I'm going to be dealing with the strap, which will take me some time. So I just want to finish off with all of that. This area of the bag. Because I've done the stitch here, so I just taking the seam ripper and opening this up because it is stitched so short, you know. You finished eating your chips?
Huh?
You finished eating your chips?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so this is what they look like, and then the one on the inside here. So this would have been the base of the bag and all of that. I am going to move on to the straps.
Mommy,
Yes, darling.
what do you say?
Hmm?
What do you say?
Say about what? So these are the two pieces that I'm going to be joining together.
Never mind.
I said I'm going to be going later. So as soon as I finish with this video, then we go down to your auntie.
Okay.
You love what about you picking? You walk also. Alright, so I'm joining the pieces. So right side spacing together and stitch on the wrong side. Like I said, I use 60 inches for the strap. So the jeans that I was using was like 40 inches. So I had to add another 20 to it. I like to use 60 is just really a good number to use. And this is only really 60, so I'm going to be getting a similar. It's just close. It's a little bit off. I need for a little piece for the other section. You see me now? I like to stick to the 60 inches. So if I'm sticking to the 60 inches, this close. Yes, this close. So I'm sticking to the 60 inches. So this is just a little piece that I'm taking. I'm not joining this to it, you know. This is for the opposite side of the bag. So there's two sides. You have a long piece and you have a short piece. The short piece typically 2 or 3 inches. This is just 2 inches there. Let me see what it is. It's actually 2.5 inches. This is perfect. 2.5 to 3 inches. Young lady, you just be it for the second time. Get out of the dirt and come out of the sun. Get back inside the house. Look at what you're doing to yourself. Get back inside, and then you take yourself now and you go lay down on the bed, right? Dress off yourself properly. Children give themselves trouble, man.
Stop laughing.
Yeah, you're a little troublemaker. Alright, so I did this several times, right? So in terms of strength, that's fine. I'm going to be stitching this one. The end here, I just want to lose it out because I want to cut it. I'm going to cut it off, you know, but I want this section. So to preserve that, I do have to open this thing. I want to do this part and close it. Alright, so just snapping this section off. Alright, so now we're just gonna fold it in half like that. This one I'm going to make this as the inserter. So this part I don't have to do. So I'm going just do a back stitch right here and then stitch it start going down. The opposite end here though, opposite end right here, I will or should I do it in reverse? How do I do the last one? So I can use this one then. And then use this as the opposite end. For the opposite end, I will be stitching this part. So let us just do it. Because it has a join, whenever I'm doing this, right, because it has a join and the material is so thick, it's a little bit tight to pass through this area to this. So I have to know which part I'm inserting for the stitch down and which part is going to be for the looping. For the looping. So the looping section, you want to minimize the amount of time that you're going to have a bump passing through this area. So that was what I was figuring out where I'm going to be doing the opening and where it's going to be closed off. So the open part goes into the bag while it's going to be stitched to close up the bag. Meanwhile, the open section goes to do the looping. The closed section, sorry, the closed section goes to do the looping. So this is what I use. So this is like a rack. It was a rack. You guys can see it was like a hanger, and I straightened it. So we'll just cut off a part of it and straighten it so I can get it to use. And it does do the job pretty well. So the part that is closed, you just push it from that end. I have to get something very long. Hence the reason why this one is so long. I don't want it to start gathering too early, too like up here. So I try to carry it as far down as I can. So when the gathering starts, it gives me enough space to have everything turn out in one go, you know. And then just pull out the end and pull this section out. So I pull it out and I have it like this. Then I can just do the rolling consistently, rolling over, and then the right side will emerge. I'm trying to see if I can finish this dark and back in less than an hour, because for the time now, I don't even know the time. I'm going to go. When I come off live, I'm going to go down by my sister to be so some cornmeal dumpling. So cook some cornmeal dumpling. Alright, so I'm just going to go on flat stitch. So I'm starting from the side that has the seam. You stitch on that side first, going down. I do not flat iron or nothing like that. So just make sure something. Try and smooth out as much as I can as I go along, darling. I'll probably upload a photo of this project when I am finished with it, like in a post or something. I'm consistently trying to smooth this out to make sure the edges lay as flat as I can, because it's really as smooth as you can get it. And I'm gonna just do the edges and then going back down, so much easier, you know. Doing the couple of bits in there. And this is what the strap would look like. So you have the two ends. So you have the shorter part where it joins right here, open edge, and then the longer section, close edge. Right. This part as well. Remember, I've done this little one. I'm going to turn it and then flat stitch it as well. Remember, this one is like 2.5 inches. It depends on how much you want. Usually I use 3 inches, but this is the piece that I cut. It's not a piece that I cut. Not stitching. Right, so this I'm going to be placing, and these go at the, so let me take it up and show you guys first. So you guys see the little parts right here, right? So when you're inserting them, you take the piece and you put it right in here. So this is where you're going to be stitching, and the same thing is going to be done with this part. So you insert it on the opposite end right there, and you stitch. And this is the part that is open. So take this part, just place it in the middle like that. And I'm going to be closing the pieces, right? So you're moving these two, so the two linings will be stitched together. See if it goes together. And the front and the back of the outside of the bag. You have to come here so I can tear it. Why don't tear it here? So hard. Oh, baby boy. Alright, so I'm stitching the right sides together. So I generally stitch around 2 times. Like I said, both pieces are 12 inches. So despite the fact that you insert the zipper, because it still leaves like half inch on each, so it's like, and then the zipper it just takes back. That's you still end up with 12 inches. So I am stitching going all the way around. Stitching going all the way around. Stitching going all the way around. Now come up to this section, so let me show you guys before I continue. So this is what it looks like, and this goes all the way around. Now I am gonna do another stitch now. Usually, so this is the side that I sewed on just now. I do like to flip to the other side, only because I want to be able to see what I do from before, and then when I'm going over the second stitch, always stitch 2 times. Never stitch 1 time. Always stitch 2 times. When I get here to the zipper where I insert the zipper, I go up and down. Typically I do this on the second one. Alright, when I reverse it like that, I can see all of my flaws. Stitching all the way. The reason why I like it is sew on one side and then sew on the other side, just to flip it so I can see, is sometimes when you sew, you think you sew straight and you don't. You think you sew and you catch it in properly and it doesn't. So when you sew, you can see where, so like this little part here, I feel like it got too much on the edge here. You can carry it in a little bit more, just like that. Alright, so now that these are finished, for the ends here, this is why I've gone in an inch. I'm just going to be doing it like so. Create a little triangular fold. Just press it down like that, and then I'm going to give it a stitch going right across here, just around an inch. So usually people will measure, I'm not going to lie, with eyeball. Yeah. If I'm doing it and it's like a big one, yeah, we like measure so small. I usually eyeball it, you know. So don't judge me. It's just I've been doing these things for years, and so I kind of like do a lot of eyeballing. Yeah. I just want to do it at pace. This is what they look like. See the little pieces. It's like a little triangle wall. Alright, so you're gonna repeat the same process for this section. So once again, you just, so for this part, you're just gonna be doing it like that. This you can get a better grip here, and then you're sewing. It's nice and easy. Marking up the edges. Alright, so for the lining fabric, I just usually stitch it one time. I just stitch one time for the lining fabric, but for the outer pieces, definitely what's carrying the weight, you want your back strong and nice, you do two times. Also, the material thick and thin, so you need that reinforced stitch, you know. But for the lining fabric, it's thin. Not much pressure on the lining fabric. Just to make the inside of the bag look nice. Give it a nice clean finish. So you want to, yeah. Alright. So at this point in time, like I did with the outer parts, a little triangular fold to both at the ends, and stitch it like I said, my eyeball, so me generally eyeball them. Sorry I'm moving so fast with this section, it's just kind of just may I hustle my arm, you know? May I hustle my arm. Alright, so for this section, very crucial. Alright, so you have it like this. So you're going to be doing like the same type of little triangular fold, only you know the ends already square off, which is going to show you where you're going to be stitching. So you're just going to be stitching across here, right? So you'll take both the lining fabric and the outside part and you're stitching it like that. Make sure you're catching in the section that has the zipper, that has the straps sewn down, right? And then you're going to be flattening it out like this, putting it under the machine. Now for this one, I sew 6, 7, 8, 9 times. It don't really matter to me. I just sew quite a bit. This is for strength purposes. Okay, so the more times you go, the better it is for you. Why is it running out? It's a bit thick. So sometimes when it's like very thick like this, I do, instead of me back stitching, sometimes I do back stitch. I just run it over the admin. But that should do it. This is about, let me tell you how much time I just did this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 8 or 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 8 times. So that looks like it, you know. Alright, so that's great for support. As many times as you feel like you want to go over there, go over it to make sure that it's well secured. That's great. You do want to make sure that you smooth out the strap though, so the strap don't pucker. And then when you're done sew, you realize that the strap lay flat. So you try and make sure it goes as flat as possible. Maybe you sew it while it's puckering. Oh, thread is twisted. Don't sit on that part. Don't sit, because you don't have any shorts on. So you're not going to sit and the place just dirty like that. And I'm serious. So you can get one other thing here and sit on it.
Which one? Have it.
Really? Really? No, 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 duh. You know the angle that I had just now was like really, really nice, you know, child. And Mom can't catch the same angle. You know, you're not going to come here again, you know. You're not going to come here again and move it again. Really? You just move it again? Child. He's a big. Nobody
Mommy,
will
I'm going to move it for you.
No, I don't want you to move it. I'm trying to steady it. What happened now? Alright. So here I'm just going to take the seam ripper and open the bottom so I can turn it over. I still need to turn it onto the right side and put on the hooks and finish it up. We're gonna get going. I need to go down. Go down the road to do something. What's the time on your tablet, darling? Can you see it?
Yeah.
What is it?
2, 2 dots, and 2 5.
25, 225. 225? Really? Yeah.
Look.
What time is it? It's later than that. It's 25.
Okay.
Don't be coming and touching anything again, darling. 55, yeah. Is that estimate saying it needs to be later than that? Right. Alright, so once the opening is like this, you're just gonna go on ahead and close the opening. So tuck in the raw edges and then close the opening. So the aim here with the lining fabric is to get your outside of your bag and your inside of your bag looking all cutesy and nicey. You know what I mean? So you know, you sometimes see some people with some bags and they have this really cute bag and then the inside of the bag is like torn the hell up, like it's not cutesy. You want to have the inside of your bag looking all nice. Look at it, it's so cutesy. Look, you see? You just tuck it in. So you have really nice lining inside now. See your bag looking all nice and cute. And we're just gonna put on the hook. I think this video is, let me see, 58 minutes. So now I was showing you guys what I was doing before on the other bags. I did manage to stay under an hour for this particular project, which is great because the other two bags that I did earlier, I didn't be joining, it took me so long. So, see what this one looks like. Alright, so gonna be lacing it through and doing the other one. So I'm just taking another one like this and pushing it through. Alright, so this is what the finished product looks like. like, you know, really cutesy, really nice. So I do want to thank you all for joining me on this project, because I haven't been uploading every day. I have excuses, you know, monuments of nothing. A bill bridges to nowhere. God. Anyways, I say I'm gonna try and upload a little bit more. I'm gonna try. This is so thick. Oh my God. These are so many layers. Because let me stop. This is like 3 or 4 times. I should have gone one more time. No, it's only 3 times over. I thought it was 4. Nonetheless, this is what the finished product is looking like, and it's so cutesy. Look at it, guys. Look at it. So we just did this project together. Yeah. So this is it. So this is the front and this is the back. You have your nice little zipper section in the back. Really nice. You have your big section. You have your zipper compartment inside as well. And of course, you guys can see the nice little design on the side. It's a by use for the front of the back. So this is really nice. Really, really cute. Really, really nice. I do want to thank you guys again for joining me on this video for this project. Do not forget, I don't know, like I'm gonna post the picture. As me don't know, me going to take a picture and make the post, because if I don't, I'm not going to. So in the spirit of being proactive, like me claim I'm gonna be proactive from now on. So in the spirit of being proactive, I will be doing that. Alright, so that's it. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys whenever I upload another video. Thank you guys. Bye.